Hello friends, good morning. Today I have selected one poem for online teaching. How do I love thee? For the students of become final year compulsory English. Friends, How do I love thee is a poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Elizabeth Barrett Browning, she is one of the most popular and highly regarded poets of the Victorian era. Victorian era, that is 19th century, mid 19th century. Her talent for writing was evident from a tender age. Although she was always in ill health throughout her life, her literary output was prolific. She started composing poems at the age of 11 and started suffering by back pain and headache at the age of 15. And her pain, her suffering was continued up to the last moment of her life. The respect for her work was such that she was considered for the position of poet laureate. After William Wordsworth, she was considered for this position of poet laureate. The poet Robert Browning greatly admired her work and quoted her. Robert Browning, I hope you know, was one of the well-known poets of 19th century who was 6 years younger than Elizabeth Barrett Browning. But they quoted, they married, lived together happily for many years. They married and moved to Italy, where they spent the rest of her life. She is best remembered for the poem How Do I Love Thee and the verse novel Aurora Leigh. See, this poem How Do I Love Thee, the THEE, the such kind of words were used in 18th and 19th century. THEE, the means you, YOU, means how do I love you, question mark. See, Elizabeth Barrett, Victorian poet and raised to the position of poet laureate. You can understand her greatness, her achievement in the field of literature. Her sonnets are very famous. This particular sonnet, How Do I Love Thee, is very famous in the world. This sonnet is known as sonnet number 43. This sonnet is taken from sonnets from the Portuguese collection of poems. See, let me tell you what exactly the sonnet is. Sonnet is one of the types of poems like elegy, ballad, ode, epic, mock epic, lyric. Sonnet is one of them. Sonnet is a poem of 14 lines. Some poets wrote sonnets by dividing their sonnets like this: 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2. Shakespeare followed this style. A stanza of 4 lines, plus a couplet of 2 lines. Spenser, well-known poet, John Milton, well-known poet, he divided his sonnet in 2 parts, 8 plus 6. First 8 lines called octave, OCTAV, and last 6 lines is called sestet. Elizabeth Barrett also followed the same style of writing sonnet. You must be aware of what kind of this poem is. Sonnet means it is a poem which carries a single thought. It has no subplots. It has single thought. Here in this poem, Elizabeth Barrett has tried to show her thought of love, her intense love, her passionate love towards her husband. She has tried to make generalize her personal life, though she has written this poem, this sonnet, to express her own views, her own love for her husband. But this is generalized because this sonnet is immortal one, even after 200 years. We are learning this sonnet, we are learning this poem. It means even today it is useful. People used to see themselves through these poems or through this sonnet. How do I love thee? How do I love you? See, friends, Elizabeth Barrett, she was popularly known in Britain as well as in United States of America and in the world. In short, Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning, this couple or writers or poets, they were very well known in the world in those days, and even today we learn their poems with much interest. So today I shall try to make you understand what exactly the sonnet How Do I Love Thee is by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Friends, through this poem she has focused on a single issue, single topic, single subject, that is the expression of love. She says she tries to show her intense love through various ways. I'll just go on reading the poem, try to understand this. See, she says, how do I love thee? Question mark. She says, my love is very intense, passionate, undoubtedly, but how can I show it to you? She says, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being and ideal grace. She tries to show that her love is very intense, very deep, unfathomable depth. Fathoming means measuring the depth of the ocean. Her love is deep, wide, and she has used the word height. Means she says, I love thee to the depth, unfathomable depth of the ocean. The breadth, wide means universe, wherever universe is there, or from the beginning to the end of the universe. Very wide. And height, height of the sky means her love is so high, touching to the sky. Her love is so deep, unfathomable depth of the ocean, and wide from the beginning to the end of the universe. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being and ideal grace. She says, my love, my lover, my husband, my dear, I love you very much. When you are before me, undoubtedly I love you. But sometimes what happens, you are not there, you are invisible, you are away from me. Then also I love you. How? My soul can reach, my soul can follow you wherever you go. Physically, I can see you, okay. But physically, when you are not visible, my soul, my spirit can reach to you, can follow you. I can see with my third eye wherever you are. My soul can reach when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being and ideal grace. When I am not in a position to see you, to experience you, my soul can have it. My soul can reach to you, my soul can follow you, my soul can pursue you. I love thee to the level of your days, most quiet need by sun and candlelight. By sun and candlelight. Sun stands for a day, candle stands for a night. She says, my love is so intense. It has no limit of a day or of a night. It is day in and day out. The phrase used here is the sun and the candlelight. The sun and the candlelight is phrase day in and day out for 24 hours. So she says, I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sun and candlelight. So for 24 hours, I love you without missing, without fail. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. She tries to make him understand that her love is intense and she is not making him compulsory to love her. She is not expecting any kind of reward. She is not expecting any gift from him. Her love is intense love. She is in mood, or she wishes her life to be spent on him, and in its reward she expects nothing. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as the turn from praise. So I'm not expecting any kind of praise, flattery, or any kind of, what we can say, any kind of praise from you. Away from praise, away from flattery. Her love is intense, pure love from the bottom of the heart. So she is not expecting from anything from her lover. In the first 8 lines, that is octave, she has expressed the ways or the density of her love, the height, the depth, and the wideness of her love. It means she has tried to cover the complete world through her love. Her love is limitless, boundaryless. It has no geographical boundaries. It has no hindrances, difficulties of ocean or height. It is beyond that because it is a pure love. So in first 8 lines octave, she has expressed to show the ways of her love, and in the last 6 lines, she has tried to present her past, present, and forthcoming future. She says, I love thee with a passion put to use. I love thee with a passion put to use means I shall love you in coming moments, coming days, coming years without fail. I love thee with a passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose. She says, whatever happened to me in my past, in my childhood days, in my youth, in my young age, I think it is useless to cry over a spilt milk. I think it is useless to spend time on the past because past is dead, past is no more, we cannot recover it. So better encash the present. So she says, whatever happened to me in my past life, I think I should not bother about it. But whatever remaining in my hand, I should encash it. What is in my hand? In my hand, whatever I see positive, whatever I see live, that should be encashed. And so my whole purpose of my life should be loving you intensely without fail. My old griefs and with my childhood's faith, I love thee with a love I seem to lose. With my lost saints, I love thee with the breath. Breath means whatever breathing, for every breath I remember you. For every breath I write your name. I remember you. I devote this breath to you. She says, I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. She says, smiles and tears. What is this? Smile stands for happiness, tear stands for sorrow. So she says, it is the custom of the world, people is to stand in happiness and goes away in sorrow, in unhappiness. But I am not so. My love is not of such kind. I shall accompany you in your happiness, in your sorrow. Wherever you are, however you are, I'll be there. I'm there in your smiles, means happy period as well as unhappy period. Smiles, tears of all my life. Whatever I have, whatever I possess, it is yours. Whatever I can do, will do for you, for my family, for my neighbors, for society, for the world. So, remaining moments of my life, I just want to encash for the betterment of the life. So she says in the last two lines, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, God means nature. Nature means who has created this universe, who has created us. Because human life is the best life in this universe, because we are gifted with the brains. We can think, we can fly in the air, we can swim, we can live under the water, we can stay on earth. Means we have an ability to fly like a bird, we have an ability to be wild like tiger, lion, or we can swim like fish in water. So these abilities are endowed in human life, and luckily we are human. So we should understand, you try to understand this beautiful gift of life. Nature has endowed us with lot of gifts. One should understand as early as possible. So she says, if God choose, if nature wish, if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. She says, while living, I love thee very much. But if nature wishes, I shall love you even after my death. Even after my death. It means, as we know that Elizabeth Barrett Browning, she was passed away after composing this poem after some years. In 1861, she was passed away at the age of 55. Perhaps while composing this poem, she had an idea of her forthcoming death. So that is why she has written in this poem, if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. It means she was having an idea of her forthcoming death. And so before that, she wished her love, her life to be immortalized. She was very well aware of her life. Life of human being is mortal. It is finished. It can be finished. It is perishable. But spiritual life is immortal. So her love story, she has immortalized through this ode, How Do I Love Thee? That is why even after her death, I am trying to teach you How Do I Love Thee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. It means she has immortalized her life, immortalized her name with her husband Robert Browning. And this poem is not applicable only to her life. It is not limited to her life only. It is generalized. And that is why she is eternal, immortal. So this way, Elizabeth Barrett has eternalized her love story, her love towards her husband. Friends, I hope this way you must have understood this poem. To get more videos of your syllabus and other videos, please share, subscribe and like. Thank you very much.